Discover 51 of the best traffic sources that major brands and super affiliates use to flood their sites with tens of millions of visitors every single month. Now, during the course of these videos, if you see something that's in red or with an asterisk, it's because I think it's either a great traffic source or I think you could benefit from the information that is at that website. That being said, let's jump right into it with PPC advertising. PPC advertising, it stands for pay-per-click, and pay-per-click advertising is one of the most widely known and used forms of online advertising. Advertisers are able to choose the keywords they would like to target and set the amount of money they will pay on a per-click basis. That's very important. With PPC advertising, you're only paying for results. Now, with PPC advertising, advertisers are usually bidding against other advertisers, which can greatly inflate the cost for popular keywords. Now, all that being said, let's jump right in and go ahead and take a look at this first PPC advertising site, which is going to be Google Ads. Google AdWords, they are the most well-known and also the biggest of the PPC networks. Google AdWords is where a lot of people get their start with PPC advertising because they offer a lot of training videos on the inside. There's also a lot of tutorials. There's a lot of help available and a lot of tools available to help you find the perfect keyword. Okay, Google AdWords is just a fantastic site. The drawback, probably the only drawback to Google AdWords, is they can be a little bit more pricey than most of the other PPC networks out there, and they also do have some very stringent rules. But if you can abide by those rules and if you can afford to pay their prices, Google AdWords is generally going to be able to send you the most amount of traffic. Now, another great PPC advertising resource is going to be Bing Ads, and you can find them right at advertise.bingads.microsoft.com. And as we can see, they have a nice interface here. A great thing about Bing Ads is they're generally not as expensive as Google AdWords, not as restricted either. They're a little bit more lenient than Google AdWords. And the drawback is they don't have as much traffic as Google AdWords. Now, that being said, they are a great resource. They have a lot of training information at Bing Ads. There's a lot of help, tools, training, things like that that are available at Bing Ads. So I definitely recommend that you do check out Bing Ads. Now, another site that you're going to want to check out is going to be Site Scout. Site Scout it's really popular with a lot of internet marketers. It's not as big as Bing or Google AdWords, but they do have some nice features, and some people do really like Site Scout. They do have a real-time bidding platform where you're able to see exactly what you're going to be paying. It's a self-serve platform, so you can get your ads up generally really quickly. You don't need a lot of money to get started with Site Scout. And you don't need a lot of money with Google or Bing either. So that's something to keep in mind. But you can see they have all sorts of help in their section. You can learn all about Site Scout, all their terms, things like that. Generally, they are a little bit more lenient than some of the top tier search engines. And hence you're going to get a little bit different type of traffic than you will. It's not going to be necessarily as good a traffic as you're going to get directly from Bing or from Google AdWords, because they're generally coming from secondary sites, not right from the search engines. But all in all, a really good site for PPC advertising and some other forms of advertising they offer as well. Now, one more PPC primarily advertising service is going to be LookSmart. LookSmart has a lot of different ad types. They do different type of advertising, and you can see, you just click on the LookSmart for advertisers, and they're going to give you a breakdown of what their service offers. You can see they do have over 2 billion queries a day, so they're going to have enough traffic to get you going. They have good CPC prices. They allow all kinds of third-party tracking. They have some good technology, and a lot of people really do like the Look Smart platform. They are not, they're definitely not as big as the bigger PPC advertising platforms, though. So that's something to keep in mind. And there is also a few other PPC advertising platforms. The first one we'll talk about here is going to be 7Search. Now, 7Search, it's popular with a lot of marketers. 7Search, they do offer generally better return on investment than Google or Bing. They're also going to have better prices. They're definitely going to have less traffic, though. So that's something that you need to keep in mind. You're not going to get nearly the amount of traffic that you would with Google. But that being said, they do offer really good support. And like I said, they do have good price. You can learn all about them if you just go to 7search.com and just click on the advertise link. They'll give you the breakdown, show you the different tools and different programs that they offer. All in all, 7Search is a pretty good company. Now, if you are across the pond or if you're from the UK, you might want to take a look at Search 123. I'm not real familiar with Search 123, but I have heard a lot of marketers from the UK talking about Search 123, and I see that they do quite a bit of volume. So to learn about them, you just go to search123.uk.com and you can click on their advertiser programs and learn about the different programs that they do offer. It's primarily PPC advertising, pay-per-click advertising. And then the final one that I want to talk to you about is Bidvertiser. Bidvertiser, it's definitely a second-tier network, and they offer many different advertising products. What we're mainly concerned with here is their PPC. They allow you to either advertise by a category or directly on certain websites. You can see over here on the left the different verticals they're in. They pretty much cover all the different verticals, and they're very easy to get started with. You can just sign up. They'll show you all the different ad formats that they have, their search volume. All in all, Bidvertiser, it's a pretty good PPC search engine. That's going to cover the PPC advertising resources. I hope you enjoyed the video. Alright, in this video we're going to talk about PPV or CPV advertising, and that stands for pay-per-view. And pay-per-view advertising is an online advertising model that displays advertisements in either a pop-up, pop-under, or interstitial ad. Advertisers are charged on a per-view basis. PPV or CPV is generally perceived as interruption marketing, and as a result, click-through rates are generally low. Despite that fact, CPV is a favorite advertising method for many top affiliate marketers in major brands, and the reason for that is because the cost is so low. Now, there are several different PPV or CPV networks out there, and we're going to talk about a few of them right now. The first one that I want to share with you is going to be Lead Impact. Okay, and that's, you can find them at leadimpact.com. And Lead Impact is a great CPV provider. They have lots of traffic, they have very good prices, and you don't need a lot of money to get started with Lead Impact. You can get started with Lead Impact for about $200. What I like about Lead Impact is they have a lot of educational material on their site. All in all, they're a very good CPV network. You're going to find that they deliver a lot of traffic compared to some of the other CPV networks out there, and they're really affordable. And like I said, they do only require about a $200 deposit to get started, and that's not that bad of a price in the PPV and CPV world. The next site that I want to talk to you about, it's going to be Media Traffic. Media Traffic is another really popular CPV platform. They've been around for a while, and they deliver either US or international traffic at really good rates. Media Traffic is another site. They don't require a huge deposit. They do have a lot of educational material on here. They have a pretty good service department as well. You can get a demo of their advertising features, what they offer, their different ad sizes and whatnot. And they're a self-serve platform, so you can run the ads yourself. Now, the next site that I want to show you is Traffic Vance. And Traffic Vance, most people say that it's the largest of the CPV networks out there. They have a couple of different advertising products. They have a pretty broad demographic, and they work with a lot of large companies. Traffic Vance can send you probably more traffic than all the other CPV networks combined. They really are that big. Now, the drawback to Traffic Vance is they are a little bit expensive. You do need about a $2,000 deposit to get started with them. That being said, if you can't afford them, they're probably going to be a very good source for you. They do send a lot of traffic, a lot of American, Australian, all the primarily good places in the Western world that you want to be getting traffic from. Traffic Vance is going to cover. And they, like I said, they do have several different products. It's not just pop-ups or pop-under ads. So I do recommend you check out Traffic Vance once you've figured out CPV advertising. Like, you don't want to start with Traffic Vance. Cut your teeth on one of the smaller networks and you should be all set. The next one I want to share with you is Direct CPV. Direct CPV, they are a fairly large company in the CPV advertising world. Nice thing about Direct CPV, they only require a $100 budget to get started. They're very easy to use. It's a self-serve platform. They have a lot of training information there. They show you about their advertisements. They have good demographic data that's available, good tracking data. And they also offer pretty good prices because they aren't the biggest one out there. So I recommend you check out Direct CPV. They're at directcpv.com. Now, I also want to show you a couple of these other networks that are out there. And one of the ones that I want to show you is going to be Clixer. And the reason that I like Clixer and that I wanted to show you is they have an awful lot of training material on here. They also don't just do CPV advertising. They have other advertising products. But they do have a lot of training information. They have a lot of information on CPV and online advertising in general. And all around, it's a pretty good site, especially, to get information. So I do recommend that you check them out. And then the final one that I'll show you is Adori. I'm not too familiar with them. I did look them up. Seems like they do a lot of international traffic. A lot of affiliate marketers use them. They are worth looking at. They do have several different products, and they do serve, they serve 30 million visitors every single day across the world. Now, in the scheme of things, 30 million really isn't that much, but they do offer pretty affordable prices, and they do have some good advertising products that hopefully you can benefit from. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you can see, some of the power that's in CPV advertising. Good luck to you. Alright, now in this video I'll be talking about the self-serve advertising networks, and mainly we'll be talking about doing media buys in display advertising. What's nice is most of these sources allow you to start with an initial deposit of $100 or less, and they are a good place to get started. So that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these different sources. Now, this first one that I'm going to show you, it's a pretty neat little network. It's called Moki Media, and they're generally in the gaming niches, in the younger demographic. So if you have an offer that appeals to younger demographics or is related to a game or even, pop culture, you could have some luck with Moki Media. And they have a nice little section here for advertiser. You can see you can get started with them for about $100. It's very easy to advertise with them. They have a fact section that's very informative. They also have a section that goes over exactly the rules, and everything is laid out and explained very well. Now, another one that I want to show you is pulse360.com. Pulse360, they've been around for a while, and they offer many different forms of advertising. You can do PPC with them, you can do CPM with them, you can do different forms of advertising with Pulse 360. And they have good section here for advertiser. You can find out the different formats that they have. Like you see, if you're on any type of health or pop culture websites, chances are you've seen Pulse 360 ads before. And they have a good section in here. You don't need a lot of money to get started with them. They have very helpful guides and support here as well. So they're definitely a place that you should check out. Now, this next one is going to be the Google Ads Display Network. And truthfully, a lot of people just think of Google as doing cost per click or PPC advertising, and that's not entirely true. They do have their display network, which allows you to run display ads or text ads across, thousands or hundreds of thousands of different websites. And what is nice about Google Display Network is they have a lot of help. They have a lot of tutorials. They do have a little bit stricter rules than some other networks out there, but all in all, Google Display Network is definitely a network worth checking out. You definitely will want to check out. And some of the other ones that we're going to look at, we'll look at Adperium right now, which is located at adperium.com. And they have, as you can see over here on the right, they serve a lot of different ads and they produce a lot of different clicks. You can see they've done over 6 billion impressions in the last 30 days. So they're definitely a big network that can deliver a lot of traffic. They have a very good advertising section in here. You can learn a lot about their network, where their traffic comes from. You can see right off the bat that they're a mostly male audience. A lot of traffic coming from North America, Western Europe, tech-savvy audience. So you can learn more about Adperium right at adperium.com, but they're definitely a network worth checking out because they do flow a lot of traffic. Now this next one, I hesitated showing it to you, but I am. It's called ClickSense. They're like a paid-to-click network, but they can deliver a lot of traffic, and sometimes that traffic can convert for you. I recommend you check them out, but be aware that it is a paid-to-click option, so it's not exactly free or because it is paid-to-click, people have an incentive to click on your link, so that's something to keep in mind. That being said, they can deliver quite a bit of traffic. Now, this next place, this is pretty neat. This is Ad Engage. And what's neat about Ad Engage is you can see these different websites that you can go ahead and place ads on, and it'll show you exactly how much it's going to cost, about how much you're going to pay per click, about how many clicks you can expect. And they have a lot of different categories, a lot of different ads. You can buy targeted CPC ads where you're paying per click, or you can pay weekly, because some sites will just sell an ad for a week and there's no guaranteed amount of clicks. But it's definitely a site worth checking out. And then the final site that I want to show you right now is going to be AdBlade, and they claim to be the largest content style ad platform on the web. I'm not totally sure about that, but they do have a neat platform where the ads kind of look more like content, and for a lot of people, a lot of advertisers, that can work very well. It's a little different form of advertising. They're going to be a little bit more expensive than some of the other places out there, but I do recommend that you check them out. A lot of people have said good things about AdBlade. All right, that's going to wrap it up for the Self-Serve Advertising Networks video. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, in this video, what I'd like to do is talk to you about multi-channel media buys and display advertising. And I do have a little bit of a warning for you, or a major warning for you. But with most of the next 10 resources or so, you'll need a very large budget to start. These are not the networks that you're going to want to go to if you're just getting started with paid advertising. Okay, these are definitely not the networks. You're going to need a fairly large budget. Now, that being said, if you can afford it, these networks can be a major source of mega traffic for you. I mean, you can drive a lot of traffic with these websites. But like I said, you are going to need a pretty major budget. And you're not going to want to go in here green. You're going to want to have some experience, definitely. Or else you're going to get eaten alive. All right, now these advertising networks, generally you're going to be working with an ad manager or an ad rep. They're generally not going to be self-serve platforms. A couple of them might be here and there, have self-serve options, but mainly you're going to be dealing with an account representative. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this first site, which is going to be advertising.com. They're part of AOL, and they can deliver a lot of traffic. Just over on the right, they generate 4 terabytes of campaign data. Most of the big advertisers use advertising.com. I mean, most of the big advertisers out there in general are going to be use advertising.com. They go across all platforms. It's not just website, it's mobile, it's tablets. It's pretty much everywhere. So, advertising.com is going to be a real big player. Another one is advertise.com. They can deliver a lot of traffic. They offer a whole host of services from search marketing and mobile. They do retargeting, display advertising, pretty much everything. And they've been around a long time. They've been around since like 2001, which in internet years is a real long time. Next one I'll share with you is ad.net. That's at ad.net. And they have a large network of publisher sites that your ads can run on. And you know, places like this, places like the places that you're seeing right now, they really can drive a lot of traffic. And you're going to have an ad exec that's going to be placing the ads for you and working with you to get the most for your money. So if you can't afford these types of ad networks, you really can get a lot of traffic. Another one I want to show you is CPX Interactive at cpxinteractive.com. Once again, they're not just search marketing. They have a large network. They're on mobile. They're on different devices. They can help you out a lot. The next one I'll share with you that a lot of people have never heard about, but they can deliver a lot of traffic, and that you can find them at advertisers.federatedmedia.net. And from here, we can go ahead, we can take a look at some of the different sites that you can advertise on. It's going to show you the price that you're going to be paying. It'll show you the price over here on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, it's going to show you the website that it is. Shows you over here also on the right-hand side how many views these sites are getting. So you can have an idea of, and you can see they have a lot of different sites that you can advertise on. All in all, they are a good site for getting into a lot of different niches. Over here on the left, you can see the niches that they're in. So they have a lot of different verticals that you can get in. It's a good, underground resource right here, Federated Media. Now, the next one that I'll share with you is Undertone. And Undertone has some really neat creatives, basically, that they do. They don't just do regular old banner and text ads. So if you're looking for some out-of-the-box advertising, you might want to take a look at Undertone. And they can, do a lot to help you build your brand. But like I said, they are a bigger company, and you are going to need to have a budget with them. Now, this next one that I want to show you is Ad Marketplace. You can get it at admarketplace.com. And right here, you can see, you can just click on the advertisers link. They're going to show you some of the benefits of going with them. Show you that not all search is happening inside of the search engine. So mainly they deal with, different website networks your ads will run on, but they're a full media company, and they can help you get your ads out everywhere, not only on desktops, but mobile and in apps as well. Now, this next one is Value Click Media. They're another company. They're not just desktops. They're all over, and they can do a lot to help you reach the audience that you're looking for. So if you're already having some success with your advertising and you know your demographics, going to a place like Value Click Media will help you to really ramp up your advertising once you've exhausted the advertising in some of these self-serve places. So just check them out at Value Click Media. The next one we'll take a look at is Tribal Fusion. Tribal Fusion I haven't heard too much about, but we did some research on it, and it turns out a lot of big companies use them. They can drive a lot of different traffic for you. So they would be a company that's worth checking out. It's at tribalfusion.com. And then the final one that we'll show is Casale Media, which is CASALE media.com. And once again, once you have successful ads, this is a network and an agency basically that can help you ramp up your advertising and your ad spend and help you get a lot more traffic. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This last video, this was mainly for the people that are really, already successfully advertising and want to ramp things up. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Now in this video, we're going to talk about some different social media advertising platforms and also some mobile advertising networks. So the first thing that we'll talk about are the social media advertising. And a great place that not a lot of people know about is StumbleUpon. And you can learn about them at stumbleupon.com/PD. They have their paid discovery, which is their paid advertising. And they have a couple of different plans that you can get started with. They have their standard and their add-on. And you can see that their traffic starts at about 10 cents per unique visitor. So if you haven't done any social media advertising, if you haven't done any advertising on the social network, StumbleUpon might be a good place for you to start. Now, the big daddy of all social media advertising is definitely going to be Facebook. And you can learn about their advertising at facebook.com/advertising. And they have several different advertising products out there. And the first thing that you need to do is you need to create an advertising account with them. And it's real easy to get started with them. You want to start with a Facebook page, all right? And you can use the ads to either drive visitors and likes to your Facebook page, or you can run them off Facebook. A lot of people do have better luck running right to a Facebook page. And you can learn all about their advertising. One nice thing there's lots of nice things about Facebook advertising, and it's becoming really the go-to advertising source for a lot of affiliate marketers and internet marketers because of the targeting. You can really do some amazing targeting with Facebook based on people's interests, where they live, what they like to do, marital status. You can really target people on Facebook, and that's why it's so popular. Now, a site not a lot of people have heard about, it's called Plenty of Fish, and it's at POF.com. And it's basically a huge dating website with about 20 million members. And you might be thinking, why am I showing you a dating website? And the reason why is because they have a very big ad platform. And they can deliver a lot of eyeballs to your offers or to your websites. So I definitely recommend that you check out Plenty of Fish advertising. It's just at https://ads.pof.com. And they have a nice little getting started guide explaining their service. You really can do a lot of demographic targeting with this website as well. So I do recommend that you check them out. Next one I want to show you, it's going to be Reddit. And I never knew that you could do advertising with Reddit, but they do allow you to do some advertising. And you can find them at reddit.com/wiki/self-service promotion. And you can see the link right here in the video. You'll be able to see it. And you should also be able to click it right in the PDF that you should have gotten. Okay? And that's pretty much going to cover it for the social media advertising networks. And now what I want to do is I want to talk to you about mobile advertising networks, because really the internet is going mobile. Mobile is far outselling desktop computers and there's more mobile screens out there right now than there are desktop screens, and that's only going to get more popular. So if you are going to do some paid advertising, you definitely should look into doing some mobile advertising. And really the big daddy of them all is probably going to be AdMob. They're owned by Google. They were bought by Google, but they're a very large advertising network running on mobile devices and tablets, and they can drive a lot of traffic for you for sure. So I recommend that you check them out. The next one that you should check out is going to be InMobi, which is at inmobi.com. They have a lot of different large advertisers. They do a lot of in-app advertising as well. A lot of different products out there. You can find out more about them. Just click on their advertising, and they'll show you the different types of advertising that they can do. We can see right off the bat, they have 691 million users, so there's a large audience out there. They can do different targeting for you, really do a good job of driving your message home. So I do recommend you check out InMobi. Another one is Mojiva, I believe is how you pronounce it. It's Mojiva. They have different mobile advertising solutions out there, and it's worth taking a look at them. They do a lot with the UK and in Europe as well as the United States, so they are international. Next one I'll show you is AdLeads, and this one's really interesting. That's at adleads.com, and primarily what they do is they run you ads to get leads. So they get people on your list either for like local business or even national businesses, either services or products. But they run, they're a little bit expensive, but it is a neat process. It's a little unique from other advertising networks out there, and you can learn more about them at adleads.com. I think you're going to find it interesting, especially if you have a local business or if you help local businesses. The next one I'll show you is Adphonic. They do a lot of mobile video advertising, not only just text ads and banner ads. They're a pretty neat company. And then this next one that I'll show you is BuzzCity. BuzzCity has a lot of international traffic. So if you're running, different affiliate offers with international, or if you have affiliate offers from other countries, BuzzCity might be a good choice for you. You can see they have different programs. They have different advertising products that you can check out. But they are worth checking out. The website, it's a little cheesy looking, to tell you the truth, but I did do a little research, and it does seem like they're pretty legit. They move a lot of traffic. The next one I'll show you, it's called Madvertise, which is madvertise.com. Basically all mobile. They do a lot for mobile advertising. They have several different products. They have different performance products, which are a little bit higher end products. They have very good tracking and reporting, and they can help you find your target audience. So if you know your demographics, they can help you match up with some advertising that'll drive some business for you. The next one we'll show you is AdModa. AdModa, it's primarily mobile advertising. They have some different products out there. Pretty big company. They seem like they do quite a bit of traffic. A lot of European and UK traffic, not so much in the United States compared to some of these other companies. And a big one that we'll show you now is JumpTap. JumpTap, which is at jumptap.com. They're a real large mobile advertising platform. They have several different products, different solutions for you. Really good targeting. They're in a lot of different verticals. So JumpTap is definitely a website you should check out for your mobile advertising needs. The next one we'll show you is Graystripe. This is real premium. They're a bit pricey. It's more like an agency here. But if you are looking to do some major mobile advertising, Graystripe would be a good place to take a look at. They do offer different products. A lot of in-app products, not just mobile advertising, but in-app, meaning inside of apps on mobile devices. And then the final one that we'll show you is Millennial Media, which is millennialmedia.com. They do some high-end advertising, a lot of, high-impact graphics, a lot of video, flash. You can see right here they offer different solutions. They help you with designing your creative. It's definitely not going to be a place that you're probably going to want to start with. You more want to start with like a place like AdMob, which is self-serve, which has a lot of resources to help you get going. And then once you are up and running and have profitable campaigns going and need to scale up, then you might want to look to a place like Millennial Media or some of these other larger, higher-end networks. So that'll do it for the social media and mobile advertising networks. I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, we're going to be talking about in-text advertising as well as retargeting or remarketing. Now, if you aren't familiar, in-text advertising, it's a form of online advertising where specific keywords within the text of a web page are matched with advertisers who are looking for traffic relating to the specific keyword. Now, let's take a look at a couple of resources for in-text advertising. Some of the bigger players here. The first one I'll show you is Infolinks. They're available at infolinks.com, and you just want to click on the advertisers link up top, and they'll show you what they do. They offer two platforms. They have a self-serve platform for smaller budgets. If you have a larger budget of $10,000 or more, they have account managers who will handle things for you. And what Infolinks does is they have different ad platforms and different products that they have, but it's mainly in-text advertising. So your ad shows up as a little link as a keyword inside of text. That's the main thing about in-text advertising, is it looks like it's just directly part of the content. Someone clicks on one of those links that brought to your ad or to your website. They also offer an in-search, an in-tag, and an in-frame where it's basically showing more of the real estate. But Infolinks, they're a large company. They've been around for a while, and they're definitely a company that you should take a look at. The next one is Contera at Contera.com. They've been around an awful long time, and they have a lot of products that can help advertisers, mainly with in-text. But like I said, they do have a couple, or not a couple, but quite a few different programs out there. They're definitely worth looking into if you want to try out some in-text advertising. And then the final one is going to be Outbrain. Outbrain does a lot of work on a lot of huge websites. Like you can see them on CNN. You can see them on a lot of different AOL sites, on Time Warner sites, Rolling Stone. And basically, they run the ads that kind of look like they're part of the story or look like they're a headline. And they really, they can deliver a lot of traffic for you. They have a lot of different products. And when you're ready to step up to a big advertising budget, Outbrain is a company that can really, really help you out quite a bit. Now, the next type of marketing that I do want to talk to you about, it's retargeting or remarketing. And this is really one of the newer forms of marketing that's out there. And what retargeting is it's a form of targeted online advertising that delivers ads to consumers based on previous internet actions. And a perfect example of that would be if you went and visited Amazon today to look at a specific item, okay, say you were looking at headphones, and then later on in the day, you saw an ad, an Amazon ad for that exact same product that you were looking at Amazon earlier in the day, but on a different website, that right there, that's retargeting, and it's very powerful. A lot of times people think, oh, that's coincidence that I'm seeing this ad for this website that I was already at today. It's not a coincidence. It's retargeting, and it's some of the most powerful forms of advertising out there right now. And right now, I'm going to share with you several different sites that I think could be of great help to you. Now, the first site that we'll take a look at here is going to be Fetchback. Fetchback is a large retargeting and remarketing company. They have a lot of different products. They work with eBay, auction sellers. I believe that they hook up with Facebook as well. They work with a lot of big companies, and not only do they do retargeting, but they also do like intent targeting. They also can match up customers. They can help you, like if you know your demographic, they can help you find similar traffic sources, which is really neat. Another one of these retargeting companies that offer a lot of neat and powerful advertising products is going to be AdRoll, which is at adroll.com. You can go ahead, check them out, take a look at some of their different products. They do have some pretty affordable pricing. You set the price, but it's affordable. You're not going to break the bank. You can get started with them with a very low commitment. They do offer a free trial, and it would be a good place for you to try out some remarketing. And then another one of these is Retargeter, which is just available at retargeter.com. They do PPC, they do retargeting. They can help you find customers that are like your current customers. Their products that they offer, it's right here under the products. They do retargeting, targeting. They work with a lot of big companies. They're on a lot of different networks, and they can help you get a lot of traffic. Another one is Perfect Audience. Perfect Audience is what everyone on Facebook uses to retarget, because you can also do it on Facebook as well. So when visitors leave your website without converting, they can go ahead and see your ads on Facebook. They run your ads over on the right-hand side. And that's very powerful. It's definitely a powerful feature. So I really recommend you check out Perfect Audience. If you're already running some advertising elsewhere, try running some Perfect Audience advertising on Facebook, and you're probably going to convert a lot more of your visitors into customers. I really recommend you take a look at Perfect Audience. And then the final one here is going to be Chango, which is at chango.com, and you can take a look at their different ad solutions. They have this lookalike targeting, which is really neat. Basically what it does is it matches you up with, if you already know who your audience is, you know the demographics, you know that they're male, aged 18 to 34 from the United States, that like baseball. What they can do is they can go ahead and help you find people that are just like that. They're not your customers, but they match the attributes of your customers, and that's really powerful. This retargeting and remarketing and lookalike targeting, this is all fairly new to the internet, and it's going to change things up. So I recommend you take a look at all of these retargeting resources that I've shared with you, and take a look at some of the resources that they have. Most of these sites have white papers and different tutorials and training guides and training papers and videos that can help you understand more about the advertising and help you get a better idea of what their service and what their platform can do for you. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you're able to get some traffic.